Hello everybody, Mr. Storm here. Welcome back to the Insula Populi Megacampaign in Europa Universalis 4. In the last episode, I was getting ready to declare war on Amairs to take the Nile River Delta region. And then we got called to arms. And then we got called to arms again. And again. And basically spent the entire episode fighting for our allies rather than fighting the war that I wanted to fight. So, Ilkhanate, Lugia. Lugia got called to arms twice, and I had to deny one of them because there's no way I was going to fight the war they got themselves involved in. And so, we're out of all those wars now. And I kind of want to let my manpower recover a little bit before we go ahead and declare this actual war that I actually want to fight. So, there's that. We need to get all of our troops back into position of where I want them. You are on your way back into position. These troops, we probably want to get that to Crete. Oh, the other thing I probably want to do is use some of this money that I have. And at the very least, I want to upgrade the castles on the border with East Franconia, the bastions. This, we don't need that castle there. We just don't. Where I could use a castle is more like there. Just straight up a bastion. Okay, that's already one. That's already one. Okay. Again, we have an extra castle. Few are the countries in the world who do not claim to value honor and justice, but even fewer are the countries who actually live up to these ideals. However, the lack of large-scale and everyday corruption in Iberia has made it one of the rare places where principles matter over personal gain. Even abroad, Iberian expatriates are sought after for positions of trust. Okay, so we gain some prestige. Excellent. Yeah, we don't need that fort there. A little bit of tweaking. Kokomis. So Cuba's declared war on somebody. Well, good for them. Our truce with Lugia has ended. I mean, I will probably want to get that alliance back again if they can just not get involved with an entire major alliance of enemies. That'd be great. Speaking of claims being fabricated, let's fabricate that claim. Antioch? Gaza? Well, sowing discontent. The thing is, we don't have... Alright, we converted a province. How about that? Near maximum monarch power, right? Administrative power. We'll burn off a little bit. There we go. Increase some development in the core. Lucono people have requested conversion. Sounds good. Our relations with our colony has improved. That's good. Excellent viceroys. Global terrace plus 20%. These are colonies of Dumonia. DOCs are preparing to attack the Hunnic Empire. You are going to attack these guys. Okay. Anuenta has been discovered building a spy network. Another person is preparing to attack the Hunnic Empire. Alright. Marital bliss. Let's see. Vivia's very pleased to announce that her family has decided to show its support for the throne. We're not going to indent ourselves to that family. Alright. Okay. Country is going through an extensive social reorganization. Aristocratic lands are being hugely reduced, and promises have been made to lessen the peasants' burden, a consequence of the liberation of the serfs, who compose a large part of our population, is the hostile reaction of the nobles in our realm. We're going to go through with the reforms. England has declared war on the Iroquois again. Trying to finish them off, it would seem. Okay. Alright, manpower is recovered. I mean, we're not at the maximum, but 95,000 should be sufficient. Am I ready? Am I ready to go? Rushed will not. Comet will. Let's see. What do we have? We have 32,000 troops sitting right there. 66,000. 66 ships. Not 66,000. Sitting right there. Let's put my entire fleet off that coastline. Bottle that fleet up. There is no Suez Canal, so any fleet that they have in the Indian Ocean will not be able to get around, not without difficulty, going all the way around there. So do it. Let's send this army to Cairo. Alright, this army is going to head there. Alright, I'm actually going to slow things down a little bit. Okay. Alright, and then this army, bring them in there. I can't march on Gaza, it would seem. Or Suez. We can't go any further than this until this is... Oh. And force limit modifier plus 15%. Special unit cost modifier minus 20%. Okay, so that's going to allow us to increase the size of our army significantly, which is good. We want to do that. Norway, tell us of tea and sugar. Alright, price of tea and sugar changed by plus 25%. We gain 124 ducats. Ever-growing land share the Empire controls directly. I'll lose the stability point and get it right back. Yep. Oh, that's weird. Alright, well, I'm going to move this army into Gaza through our fleet. I want to force their fleet out of port. I want to force this naval engagement. Famous and respected Masons. Yeah, we'll lose the 500 ducats. That's fine. Yeah, I want to force this naval engagement so we can relieve that blockade. Ah, they're over there beating up on Rasht. Okay. Siege of Cairo is over. Excellent. Colony self-sustaining is also excellent. Grab that before somebody else does. Okay. We gotta head to Gaza. Back them up. I think we're about to have a fight there. Well, we're gonna force the fight. Alright, we defeated their navy. I won that battle in Sinai. Alright, let's get our transport ships docked up. Yeah, let's work on crushing that army. That's 51,000 troops. That's a bit of an issue. Yeah, my troops need some time to recover. Alright, they were forced to retreat. No big deal. We have the manpower in reserve. Alright, head to Cairo. Let's spread our forces out. Let's concentrate our forces together. Alright, that... succeeded. Oh, they're bringing their whole army down here. All right. And we can't screw around. Oh, they broke the siege. $60,000 troops. Could really use Ilkhanate support here. They're over there hitting Rasht. Thing is, we need to finish re-sieging Cairo. Like, that is really not helping me out right now. Alright, we've re-sieged Cairo. Alright. Can we catch some of their troops there? We can catch some of their troops there. We're getting to a point where I'm just going to probably have to get out of this and take what I can get. Because, you know, I was kind of counting on Ilkhanate's army, like, helping me against these guys, not screwing around with one of their allies. As long as I have manpower reserves, I'm okay. Like, do I know what their manpower reserves are? 0. Alright, well, their army has kind of gone off here. Alright, we're going to force another naval battle. Alright, we dealt with some natives. That's fine. Alright, change of plans. Send some troops here. I want to deny them access to the Mediterranean. Alright, naval professionalism. Alright. Sugar was once a rare luxury that had to be imported from the Maghreb in the Middle East. Or the Middle East. The Maghreb is not in the Middle East. Alright, price of sugar is increasing. Developments in bottle-making have allowed wine producers to create bottles in more standardized sizes, and as a result have been able to reintroduce the use of the bottle cork. This is a much more efficient way to seal in the wine than old cloth stoppers, and has meant that wine can now be transported over much further distances than was previously considered possible. Alright. Alright, we're probably actually getting to a point now where I really do need to just see what I can get. If I can't get Cairo, then I mean, if I forego anything else. Okay. Then we need some more war score. Well, that's not anything I'm going to be able to do anything about, and I don't really care. Unless I want a separate piece out. These guys. Probably want to do that. Annul their treaty and give me war reparations. Alright. That got them out of the fight. Kilwa. Now it doesn't get them out of the fight. Alright, we're going to split up the army. I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but that's what we're going to do. And hopefully that will encourage Ilkhanate to actually send their army my way. Still have 141,000 troops in the field. Don't know where they are. I hear some of them come. Here, a lot of them come. Military leader has left us. Okay. Of course. All right, we're gonna swap armies here. All right, that siege is complete. Yep, here we go. There's Ilkhanat's armies. We can purchase an ability. Fort maintenance on border with rival minus 100%. Yeah, we're going to take that. Alright, siege is over. I'm going to back off. The Senegambian Empire, your faithful ally, is requesting you come to their aid in a conquest of Hausaland? These two guys. I will accept that call to arms. Culture conversion. We'll select that. Okay. Like, that's what I want. Peace offer value 79. Yeah, we are running out of manpower. As we are suffering attrition. Let's try and slow that down. We'll let our ally do some work. East Franconia has intervened and joined our enemies. Then I have to. I have to. And that suddenly means we can't. That changes the. Like, I don't have any army there. That is. Oh, that's annoying. Fine. I'll just take the coast. I'll just take the delta. We'll have to get Cairo another time. My entire army is committed down here, and I gotta figure out what we're gonna do about the ships here in a minute. All that for 3 provinces. Oh well. What? In 1647, a popular revolution broke out in Naples and Palermo, and soon these two cities were in the hands of revolutionary governments. In Naples, at least, it was against the excessive taxation imposed for Spain's war effort that it precipitated the rebellion. The Spanish monarchy local autonomy all over the place, or plus 20 unrest. Like, that's everywhere. We'll put it down. That does mean we now need to move the army. Alright, and we need to end the episode here. Alright, yep. All because I didn't have a claim on Cairo. If I had a claim on Cairo, I probably could have gotten it. Well, no big deal. We'll just wait for the truce to end, and then we'll try again. Alright. But for now, we'll stop here. We'll deal with whatever this rebellion brings with it when we come back. So for now, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.